All right, it's Monday, August 26th. I'm buying some QQQ 485 puts here at 866. This is on just the opening price action to start out the week. That's obviously starting to the downside. A little bit of a down red bar to start. Then it followed through on bar two. I watched it for a second just to make sure it wasn't taking out these stops and reversing. And I jumped in here around the blue line, seeing if it'll head lower. On the daily chart, what you have here is an inside bar from last week. It's the 3 bar, then the 1. The actionable signal to the upside would be a 2 up, but it's not forming that. So it looks like it wants to test the lower end of this range. We're going to have to see if this inside bar breaks to the downside. Also, we're going to have to see on the weekly chart, is this potentially, the reversal bar from last week, a shooter bar? It's kind of tricky to determine if that really wants to head lower, but at least for now, we're starting down to start the week red. We'll see if that becomes a 2 down week. If so, then that projects down into this gap all week long, which could kind of be into this area on the daily chart. So the opening price action is certainly leading lower. It doesn't, it's just a kind of a start to the week just to see what happens. Again, you got the inside bar from the other day after that reversal to the downside, then an inside bar. So it's possible we get the continuation if we get the 2 down, day developing. It's also possible we just kind of hold in here and chop around before really deciding where to go. We now know the open of the week is right here. So anything above that will be biased to the upside. And, at this point, I just want to see if it, just from a structure standpoint, kind of builds a little momentum to the downside, gets a 2 down day, and maybe starts, a little bit of a pullback after a move up here, that kind of started a few days ago and then kind of held a little bit, but now we're starting lower again. So anyway, we will kind of judge where price action leads us, but that's kind of the context in play here, and some of the key levels to look for to kind of really understand where the market may be going this week.